Today, I just wanted to do a quick guide on Masterwork weapons and all of the basics of what that means and how you can pick them up. So Masterworks is a new weapon concept, and it essentially upgrades the weapon to a particular status of actually being a Masterwork, and this means that the weapon is going to come with a couple of interesting bonuses. So one will be a stat bonus, something that increases range, handling, or reload speed, for example, but it also means that the weapons have another ability to generate orbs on multi-kills. So when you get, a double kill, be it in PvE or PvP content, it will actually generate an orb of light, and in addition to this, these weapons will also be able to track how many kills you have. At the moment, it does appear that there are quite a few possibilities of what you can actually get on a weapon, but for normal guns, you're typically going to see things like increased handling speed, which you can see right here. Another common one will be increased reload speed. You can also get them for range bonuses, as well as magazine bonuses as well, which are pretty interesting. More research is needed to figure out exactly how this works. On some weapons you'll get just a couple of rounds in the magazine, and then on things like sidearms you can see sometimes like 7 or 8 rounds increased in the magazine. I'm sure there is some actual kind of maths behind which weapons can get these different amounts of ammo, and I haven't had any myself, but I have heard reports of seeing increased blast radius for things like rocket launchers and increased impact for swords, although I don't believe increased impact for general weapons, scout rifles, auto rifles, things like that is something you can get. But we'll keep you guys posted when we figure out what all of these bonuses can be. But in terms of how to get Masterwork weapons, they can drop from pretty much any source. So you could get them from turning in gunsmith materials, you could get them from legendary engrams. It's pretty random when you get random drops, although inside of the raid and Trials of the Nine you do have a considerably higher chance to actually get a Masterwork weapon. You can also upgrade normal legendary weapons to Masterworks by using something called a Masterwork core, and these are actually obtained by deleting other Masterwork weapons. So you can see I got 3 right there from deleting the Lincoln Green that was a Masterwork, and that was a random drop, and these can contribute to actually upgrading a weapon to Masterwork status, but they can also allow you to essentially re-roll the bonus on a Masterwork weapon that already exists. So right here I have the Perseverance, and it says rework weapon, and this will cost 3 Masterwork cores, and that's versus 10 to actually upgrade a weapon to a Masterwork. But it starts out with reload speed, I re-roll it, and then we've got plus magazine size, so it actually upped the mag size on this one from 51 to 54 rounds. So in that example it didn't actually give you much of an increase, but I have another example right here. So we've got the Last Dance, and this is a Masterwork one with 42 rounds in the magazine, and my friend Frantic switches over to a normal one and it has just 36 rounds, so you can get varying amounts of ammo. Another thing to point out is that stat bonuses, or the stat increase, does actually display on the weapon HUD. So you can see right here I compare a normal Perseverance with a Masterwork Perseverance, and you can actually see the reload speed increase that the Masterwork has. And also there on the weapon UI you can see the enemies defeated icon, and you can get these for either Vanguard, which will count normal PvE enemies, or a Crucible Masterwork, which will count Crucible kills. In terms of generating orbs, right here you can see I'm getting some double kills. The timer is actually fairly long for this. If you make a kill and then there's a bit of a gap before your next kill, it feels pretty lenient with how quickly you have to get those kills. Another interesting thing to point out about the orbs you generate is that you can actually pick them up yourself, and this will be really good for solo play in PvE and PvP. So my thoughts on orb generation in general is I think it's pretty strong. It's stronger than what I thought it was going to be. It's more effective than I imagined it would actually be, and inside of raids and difficult content in general, this is really, really awesome. In terms of the stat increases, they are pretty minimal, they don't feel like hugely overwhelming or anything like that. I would like to see them increased, or potentially do different things or do more of that thing, but for right now Bungie were definitely pretty lax with the orb generation on these things, and so I think between the capabilities that Masterwork weapons actually have, it's definitely a very positive upgrade to the weapon system. It needs some work, absolutely, but I think Bungie have started off, on the low end, and now that the system is here, it could do a lot of other things, They could start throwing other perks in later on, they can expand the pool of bonuses and maybe, create some which are unique to Masterwork weapons, a stat or something that you don't get generally on the weapon. It's certainly not a perfect system, but it's definitely one which makes weapons more interesting, and like I said, generating orbs is something I'm just really, really impressed with right now. So there there we go guys, that is a brief guide to how Masterwork weapons work. I will keep you updated on all of the possibilities as we discover them and exactly what they're doing. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to see a lot more Destiny content. For now though, have an awesome day.